To a developing story in Arlington where some people are trying to come to grips with what they witnessed at a salon. Police are calling it a murder-suicide. And Tanya Iser just heard from some of the witnesses who feared for their lives.
He was respected. He was admired. He was the type of man who made others believe in second chances. But on a quiet Thursday morning, while simply getting a haircut, his story came to a violent end. Today, we examine the heartbreaking story of William Todd Austin, a successful entrepreneur from Texas, and the tragic end that came not from an enemy, but from someone who once loved him. Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. These stories matter, and your support helps us tell them.
Listed as a murder-suicide, but a dude was getting his haircut. And a woman came in and shot him, and while he in the chair while he getting his haircut.
In the heart of Dallas, Texas, lived a man named William Todd Austin. He wasn't just successful, he was a beacon of financial literacy and empowerment. The founder of Credit Champs, William made his mission to help everyday people fix their credit, secure funding, and start businesses. Clients called him the truth. His mentorship transformed lives. He wasn't just a businessman. He was a teacher, a motivator, a builder of dreams.
Active shooter response at the spa.
The call came in just after 10:15 Friday morning to a strip shopping center on South Cooper Street, normally a quiet spot in South Arlington.
Somebody came in and shot a client.
Mario Ibarra works there. Inside one of the suites, he and others say the man who died was in the chair, getting a haircut when the gunfire started.
I heard gunshots on the other side of the building.
Another witness, too shaken to go on camera, told us the victim was a regular here. He came to the barber shop several times a week. He says the shooter fired a burst of shots, then began telling everyone to get out and tried to get into several stalls. He says he locked himself in with a customer and said to himself, "Lord, just let me get out of here."
In his personal life, William found love with Timone Michelle Williams, a woman who was just as ambitious. They had a son together, a child who brought light into both their lives. But behind the curated Instagram posts and luxury cars, cracks were forming. The relationship began to crumble. William made a hard decision. It's over. A breakup. Clean final. But Timone wasn't ready to let go. What William saw as closure, Timone saw as betrayal. And what started as heartbreak began to turn into hatred.
A bystander recorded the moment police arrived on scene and entered the building. Officers say the woman had tried to leave, but when she saw police, she ran back inside and shot herself.
July 11, 2025, a sunny morning in Arlington. William had an appointment at the salon and spa galleria. Just a haircut, a normal part of his routine. At 10:17 a.m., he took a seat in the barber chair, completely unaware. She walked past stylists, nail techs, and customers, heading straight to the back. She knew exactly where he'd be. She had planned it. Then she pulled out a gun. Bang! Panic erupted. Screams filled the hallways. People called 911, but it was already too late. William Todd Austin was dead.
The man died here at the scene.
We were all scared. We didn't know what to think of. We were just scared. I have no idea what to think, really. But we were just all hiding and wanting it to be over.
When police arrived, Timone tried to flee, but seeing officers at the exit, she made a devastating choice. She turned the gun on herself. 2 lives ended, but the impact? It was just beginning.
The shooter died later at the hospital, both just 37 years old. 2 lives, gone in seconds.
In the chaos of bullets and sirens, one soul was forgotten in the moment. Their son, a little boy now left without parents. The child who should have been the reason to pause was instead the one who would suffer the longest. No empire, no business success, no love story should ever end like this. William's legacy lives on, evidenced through the people he mentored, the credit lives he changed, the entrepreneurs he empowered. But this tragedy reminds us, love is never a reason for violence. Heartbreak is never an excuse for hate, and no child should lose both parents to emotional impulse. If a man don't want you anymore, let him go. Don't take a life. Don't destroy your own.
Police say the two once had a romantic relationship, and tonight they're still working to understand why it ended in tragedy. In Arlington, I'm Tanya Iser.
William Todd Austin was more than a victim. He was a visionary, a father, a man trying to build something better. But one person's refusal to let go turned a love story into a headline. May this story encourage someone watching to seek help before anger becomes action, before heartbreak becomes tragedy. If you or someone you know is in a toxic relationship, please seek support. There's always a way out without destruction. Subscribe to Crime Gone Viral for more real-life stories with real lessons. Thank you for watching.